right, at this point, when it comes to dating, I think Abby is looking at anything. Stay within the lines, break the lines of dating, all of it. What are you looking at?
Cassie, I'm like you with my dating life, where I feel like it's just one L after the other, and I'm looking for something to hold on to, something to grasp onto.
Ooh, maybe Yvonne can help you too.
Yeah, although I think I need a little bit more help than Cassie does. Listen, I know a tree fell through her house, but I keep getting ghosted. So really, what's worse? So I was listening to this podcast called Life in Progress, and it's two girls who are about my age, and they were talking about the topic of dating rules. Now, dating rules are something I like to follow because it gives me structure. It gives me some kind of bearings in this world that feels very murky and gray. You never really know what to do in certain situations. So if you can follow social cues or rules, it makes things a little bit clearer. So there was an episode that was all about dating rules that they don't agree with, and also dating rules that they broke, that they said if they hadn't broke these rules, they wouldn't be in the relationships that they're in. So I'm like, maybe I should listen to this and find out what rules I need to start breaking. So they started going through a list of rules that are really, really common. And then they started talking about the rules that they broke. So the rules that are common that they talked about, that they started debunking, were a woman should never reach out first. And they were like, that's stupid. If you want to reach out to someone, you should just reach out to someone. And I feel like the founders of Bumble are 100% behind that.
What do you think about that?
I don't think a woman should follow a rule in that instance of you shouldn't reach out first. I think if you are interested in somebody, you should shoot your shot. But I'll be honest, me personally, as a guy, I still like the feeling of pursuing the woman that I'm interested in as opposed to it going the other way around.
She got to give me some kind of flag because I would never assume she's attracted to me. So please say something.
I don't like making the first move because I'm kind of in the same mental headspace where I'm like, if a guy likes me, he's going to make a move or he's going to say something. But then I'm kind of like, well, what if he doesn't know that I'm into him? So do I have to make the first move so that he knows?
But then guys are so clueless, we might not even know that you're making a move.
Oh my God, do I have to do it? Do I just slap you?
Why are you standing next to me this whole time?
Why are you talking to me? Why are you batting your lashes like that? Another one they brought up was that you should wait 3 days before contacting your date after the first date. I feel like that's so outdated.
That's such an old school.
That's old school. Yeah, that's
so old school. So they were like, absolutely not. They said you should be able to kiss on the first date if you want. If the vibes are there, if you're feeling like you want to kiss them, if the chemistry is chemistrying, why would you hold yourself back from that?
Why not?
I have definitely broken that rule before, but I also do think there is something to playing the game, which is why I think I tend to follow the rules. And I think maybe waiting to kiss on the second date is sort of like making them want more and kind of building that attraction. So I think there's something to also holding out a little bit as well.
See, I also think that, as I was dating, I was so insecure that if I just got a hug at the end of the date, for me, that was it. Like, okay, she's clearly not into me. So it took the enthusiasm away from me just because I was in my own head.
See, that's why it depends because I'm the complete opposite. Like I feel like if you don't give me that energy on the first date, it means that you want to be pursued, and I think that's attractive.
Okay. See, this is why I think the rules might be stupid because everyone interprets things differently.
My husband on our first date got
they said the man shouldn't have to do all the planning for dates, which I feel strongly about. In the relationship, like women should plan things, but I'm like, for the first date, again, it's sort of like getting asked out. Men are hunters, let them hunt. So instead of hunting, plan something. Make a reservation.
I guess I'm a little chivalrous this way, a little old-fashioned, that I do think that the guy should plan the first date. Like, let her just show up and have a good time and take care of business, boys.
My only problem with that is just like the last point of everybody is so different. I used to try to plan dates when I was dating, and a lot of the times the woman didn't like the first date. She didn't want to do what I felt like a good first date was. Like if I was like, let's go to Starbucks or something like that, she didn't think that was a good date. So I made the plan, I made the time, and you don't like it. At that point, it's on you.
Is it a turn off? Like if you're one of these guys who wants to be chivalrous and thinks it's chivalrous to like plan a first date, if a woman did plan the first date for you, and then does that set a different tone for the entire relationship?
God, that'd be amazing. I think that'd be fantastic.
I don't know if it sets a tone for the relationship, but I have heard guys say that it sets the tone for the date. Like if you initiate the date, then the woman should pay for it. But I don't think it carries on to the relationship. But I don't feel like that. But I've heard a lot of men feel that way.
And under no circumstance in my world should a woman pay for a first date. That's just how I feel.
So then they started talking about the rules that they actually broke themselves. So both of these girls are getting married this spring. So one of them just got married last month. One of them is getting married this summer. And so Carly, one of the hosts who just got married, said that the rules that she broke in her relationship were that on the first date, she was upfront about the fact that she wanted to be in a serious relationship. Sometimes people are like, you got to be a little bit more coy because you don't want to look like you actually want a relationship. She said that she talked about her ex and she asked about his ex as well. And she initiated the second date, which like me, I could never. Like I feel like I want to get asked out again. Like if you men are hunters, let them hunt. And then Alana, she's the one that's getting married this summer. And she said she did something that I would never do in a million years when it came to a guy I hadn't met yet.
So 5 p.m. came along and I hadn't heard from Jake. And I had texted some of my friends being like, oh, I'm just going to like text him. And they were like, oh, the horror. Don't you dare text him. How could you even think about that? How could you even consider the fact that this date would possibly be happening at this point? You are going to be stood up and it is so embarrassing for you that you think you're going on this date.
Alana just blew out my eardrums.
Sorry. And I was just like, no, like maybe he's busy.
Yeah.
And so I texted him. I'm like, hey, like looking forward to tonight. Like, are we still on for 7 or whatever? And he was like, I was just about to text you. Like, sorry, crazy day at work. Yeah, I can't wait.
Great.
Like, okay.
Like, cool. And
Yeah.
did that turn him off? Or do you have a ring on your finger?
I have a ring on my finger. It's really shiny.
So for me, I'm like, if you don't text me by 5 p.m. on the day of our first date, I'm assuming you don't care about me at all. But she was like, no, I'm just gonna make the move and text him.
That's too late. 5 o'clock? Waiting until 5 o'clock? If you're supposed to go out that night?
Yeah, that's why I know.
Yeah, that
I
is
think
too late.
it's too late for
It
me.
is
But
too
here she is. She's the one with the ring, and I'm the one on the radio talking about how bad my dating life is. So maybe I'm in the wrong.
Bert Show.